Hi, welcome. My name is Bianca, and this is the Art of Breaking. So, this course is going to be broken up into three different topics. Part one will be about understanding breaking, part two will be about movement, and part three will be about community and engagement. Part one, understanding breaking. What is breaking? Breaking is commonly known as breakdancing. It's when you dance with a style that incorporates aspects of martial arts, acrobatics, and hip hop. B-boy, B-girl, or breaker is short for break boying or break girl. This refers to anyone who breakdances. I just want to make a point that anyone can breakdance. I've met I've met preschoolers, I've met grandmas and grandpas, couples, just about anyone can breakdance. This is a picture of me. A little bit about myself is that I am a Montessori teacher. I'm vegan and I'm really small. I'm only 4 feet and 11 inches, and I'm less than 100 pounds. So I mean, I've learned to do some power moves. I've met people smaller than me who can do power moves. So I honestly believe that if you put your mind to it, you can learn how to break. At, Even if it's just foundation, then that's still breaking, and it's still an accomplishment. So first off, I would like you to pause this video, go back to the Art of Breaking website, and check out the links under Part 1, Understanding Breaking. There's going to be a little button called, it's going to refer to the history of breaking. You click on that and it'll be an interactive timeline. So there'll be videos and it will take you through time as we learn about how breaking evolved and where it's at right now. Next, I want to go over terminology. There are some pretty interesting words that you'll hear if you get involved in the breaking community. I want to start off with the sequences of dancing, which would be your top rock, your down rock, footwork, a freeze. And then I want to talk about some other lingo, like different types of breaking styles, and then just interesting phrases that you'll hear when people dance. So, first off is a top rock. It refers to the upward standing motions in breaking. So, this image of your basic top rock is your side steps and stuff like that. The person on the bottom is doing a top rock, all the movements he's doing while he's standing. After your top rock, you go into a down rock. It's pretty much the transition to going down on the floor. This can be really simple or extravagant. Next, after you transition to the floor, any movements you do while you're on the ground is called footwork. The little diagram is of the sixth step, and this moving image over here is someone doing footwork. After you're done with your footwork, usually you will either add or end your sequence with a freeze. So a freeze is any move that is held or paused. It's generally a finishing move. Most dancers, especially if they're battling, they'll do a very complicated freeze, but I've seen really simple freezes where you literally just stop and that's a freeze. So next I want to talk about style. Style refers to how you show your personality, your flow, your musicality through your dancing. And then some types of breaking, some styles of breaking are power. This is probably the most common. I want to say it's the most common. I see a lot of power in breaking. Um, and that is what wows the crowd usually, especially if you're not used to seeing people break. It's the power moves that amaze you. Power refers to a style of breaking that requires strength and balance. So as you see in the moving image, the person is doing some pretty intense movements. So if you're new to breaking, you're just like, whoa. And that's what power is. I wanted to add a bit on popping. Popping is not breaking, but I see it used while people break, or I've seen influences when people dance, and I see both types of dances go hand in hand. When I think of popping, I think of like the robot. Um, that's probably what most people think of when they see popping. I also wanted to add something that's fairly new in the breaking community. It's called origami. There's actually a good friend of mine whose crew is um, very they practice origami when they break. It's like they add in origami, they add in yoga or contortionist type of movement in their breaking. Next, we're gonna go over sessions. Sessions refers to practice, like when you practice breaking. I've seen this interchanged with ciphers, jams. They all kind of mean something a little different, but overall, it does just mean to get together and dance. The picture on the left is actually a very good friend of mine. He was entering a cipher, so he wasn't practicing. It was more like showing off his dance moves. The black and white picture of the person on the cardboard box would be more of a session. It's just like getting together and, hey, let's all just practice some stuff. Biting. When people are battling, usually, and someone does a move that's been done over and over again, or it's not a very new move, like it's a very commonly done move, or they've seen someone else do that same move, then that is when you would see this motion where people touch forearms, and it's called biting. A burn. So a burn is when one breaker accomplishes a complicated, witty, or interesting move. This can also mean that a breaker insulted another breaker during battle. So I put in a quick video because it's kind of hard to understand a burn unless you see it during a battle. So I'm gonna show this video, but we're gonna skip over. Let me skip over here. feel free to watch the whole video. It's pretty interesting. So the burn was that the kid outdid the older dancer. He did something that was kind of witty. He was like shaking his hands, giving a bit of attitude. And then he did something interesting when he was showing off power. That's what a burn is. It usually gets the crowd going, as you saw. Crashing. Okay. So crashing, when you see the hand that's rubbing the floor, he is signaling that the other person is crashing, like they messed up pretty much. This could be done by rubbing the floor, tapping the floor. Um, yeah, usually just means the other dancer messed up. They fell, they slipped, they try to do something and they failed. That's what a crash is. Crews are pretty much your family. Well, they can be your family. Usually they are. A crew is a group of b-boys and b-girls that they practice together. So they session together, they enter jams and ciphers together. Um, they pretty much grow together as dancers. And this is a picture of me and one of my crewmates. We all got matching bomber jackets because we felt like it made us feel more proud to be in a crew. Which I've seen, like when you enter a battle, I've seen some crews come in with like matching outfits, like uniform or logos or something, and it kind of builds up like, oh, this is my crew. I'm proud to show it off. So this is the end of part one. I highly recommend that you go back to the Art of Breaking website. You check out the links in part one, Understanding Breaking. There is a link to a Quizlet quiz. You can do the little games on there. Look at the flashcards, the matching game. Because I feel that this part of understanding breaking is very essential to being part of this community. There are so many people that they just want to learn the movement, but when you actually start dancing and participating in the community, people will know right away who really took the time to understand this community. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video.